Hi, everybody. I am Michelle Solis from This Must Be Ink, and we are hopefully live tonight for my Stamp and Sip Live. This happens every Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Seekonk, Massachusetts. And tonight I wanted to do a card that looks like it's embossed, but it's not embossed. So if you don't have a die cut, well, I guess you still need a die cut machine, unless you have a punch. You can also use a punch. Okay, so let's take a look for a second at what we're going to do. Hi, Maria. Thanks for watching tonight. All right, let's see. Let's get out of here. Let's go over here. Okay, so this is the card that I showed as a sample. And what this is a card base that has pieces attached to it so that it looks like it's been embossed, but actually these pieces are just glued down to the card front. So this was created with the bow punch, and then I did another little branch here in white to become the focal point of the card. So this is the technique that I wanted to show you tonight, and I'm going to be working with my Reindeer Fun set because I just got it and I'm really excited about it, so I wanted to play with it. Okay, so everybody cheers. Take a sip of whatever you brought. I brought some wine, of course. It's my Oliver, some kind of sangria tonight. Anyway, okay, so let's get started. So what we are going to do tonight, we're going to work with the Reindeer Fun set. And I have already die cut all my little pieces that I want to put on my card front here. So I got this idea directly from the catalog on page 26, where it shows the Reindeer Fun set. It shows you all these card samples, and it's got this sample right in the middle here, this little box. Hey, Courtney. This little box that's got this reindeer head in it, and it's got, am I going up or down? There we go. And it's got this background created with some die cuts in white. So it's white on white. Hey, Carol. So that's what we're going to do tonight, but we're going to make it a card. All right, so I've already cut out all my little hollies. Let's put them aside here. And I have taken a piece of 5 1/4 by 4. That's going to be my card front. And that's what I'm going to put my hollies on. All right, so it is a lot of gluing. Sorry, let's get going here so we can get our gluing going. So essentially what you're going to do is you're going to die cut or punch your pieces to, wait, let me get my glue started here. Does my glue not want to go? Oh, it's always something with this glue. All right, there we go. So we just want to add glue to our pieces and then just start on one side and glue them down. And this can just be random. There's no set pattern for this. But I do want to cover the whole card. So I want to make them as close as I can. Anything that's sticking off here, we're going to just cut off. And I do want to kind of turn them and make them look like they're going different ways. I should probably be doing this on my silicone mat because I've got glue on the pieces that are hanging off. So I was going through, once I saw this technique in the catalog, I had been going through my stamp sets to see Like, what stamps and what dies or punches could I use to create this this type of a card front? And so I did have that bow punch that was a really good large branch to do for that, for a card front. So I started with that. And then I remembered that this Reindeer Days has this nice big holly piece. But I did make one other one that I want to show you later before we go. Okay. So I'm going to go around the edges because we are going to put a focal point in the middle. And I'm just trying to get them as close as I can to each other. Hopefully you can see. It's hard working when I want to, actually any color on the same color, it's difficult to see in the video. And right now I'm just doing the leaves of the holly. There are some berries that we can add. Oh, it looks like I might end up with a, oh, look at that. That fits perfect. Thought I was going to end up with a space I couldn't fill there. I don't really need to put one in the middle because I'm going to put this in the middle. So I think that's good. And then we just want to get the little berries. Now, of course, you could do more than one color if you wanted to. You could do white holly leaves with red berries if you wanted. But I just decided to copy the catalog and stick with the white on white theme. Of course, I feel like white on white is kind of chancy because, you know, you get anything on it and you're going to ruin it. So, trying to be careful. Okay, a couple more berries. Get those on there. And then I was going to put the die cut reindeer in the middle. If you guys haven't seen this little die cut reindeer, he's so adorable. Okay, one more set of berries there. There we go. And then when there's pieces hanging off, where are my scissors? Oh boy. How did I lose my scissors? All right, we'll use the big scissors. We're just going to flip this over and cut off the pieces that are hanging out here. Some of them have glue and some of them do not. I'm sticking to my scissors. There we go. Okay, so then you should have a card front that is all trimmed up and will fit on the front of your card. Okay, so then we just need to create the focal point. I did do a die from the Spotlight on Nature dies that I thought I would put right in the middle there. And then we've got the little deer. So there's 3 dies for the deer head. So it comes with this piece that creates the antlers here, the back antlers. And then you've got this piece that fits on the front of that I did in basic beige. And then there's another little piece here that is the front of him. And then there's a little wreath that I'm going to use. But I didn't want it to just be plain cardstock. I wanted it to be a little more artsy. So what I was going to do was watercolor. I'm going to do a watercolor in brown here. And so I've got one of my water painters, the wide brush, and I'm just going to, so to get ink into your ink pad here, you can squeeze this real hard in the middle. And when you open that up, you should have a little spot of ink there. And then you can just put water right into this little tray. So I'm going to press my brush and get a couple drops of water to come in there. Okay. And then as it does that, you can just pick up some ink. And we're just going to do a watercolor wash on. This is thick white cardstock is what I'm using. And I want it to be kind of multicolored because it's going to be the deer, and I want it to kind of look like, I don't know, multicolored, so it's not just a flat color. So we're going to leave it like that. And then I'm going to do another piece with green for the wreath. So to wash my brush, oh, I had my microfiber cloth. There we go. To wash my brush, I'm just going to get some water out of my brush and just wipe it onto my rag, and that should take off the brown ink. So then we've done the same thing with, this is shaded spruce. We're going to drop some water into our cover here with the shaded spruce. And we're going to do a watercolor wash with the spruce. I'm always surprised at how bluish this looks. Okay. And again, I don't want it to be super, like all one color. I want it to be kind of multicolor. All right. So in order to die cut those, they have to be dry. Let me just get my heat gun real quick. I'm going to just dry those off. Okay, those should be dry enough to cut. So we will bring in our die cut machine. Oh, we're going to have to go up here. Okay, so we're going to cut the little deer out of the brown. I got this right? Yes, I've got that right. Okay. And we're going to cut the wreath out of the green. You should be so proud of me that I thought to do these both at the same time, because usually when I'm crafting by myself, I do things one at a time. And then I wonder why it takes me so long. All right. There we go. So we should have a wreath here. Hey, Sharon. All right, so there's our wreath, and hopefully you can see that it's got, oh, let's bring it back down, that it's got a little bit of color variation to it, so it's not just one shade of green. And then our little deer. Well, he didn't come out as colorful as I wanted him to, but he's still cute. All right. So now we can put our little deer together. So we've got this piece on the bottom. We glue this guy on the top. Just line up the ears. He's so cute. I bet you could make him a little red nose, right? If you cut this. No, it needs to be that size. So I'm going to have to figure that out, how to make him a little red nose. And this goes on top of that. Just lining up the ears again. Okay. And then I want this wreath. Oops, I lost him. I want this wreath to go around his neck. So it'll be just like that. So I'm going to just add a little bit of glue here. And line that up and stick it down. And then there's a teeny tiny little bow. Oh my gosh, I can't even pick it up. It's so tiny. All right. And so we're just going to put a dot of glue for the bow. Okay. And then I did just get these little adorable little peppermint candies. I know people have been crazy over these. They have been hard to get a hold of. Been sold out twice now, I think. And people always laugh at me for staying up until 2 in the morning, but that's the only way to get things sometimes. Because by the time I would wake up, they'll be gone. All right, there we go. So we're going to glue him onto here. Isn't he adorable? Oh my goodness, so cute. Okay. I'm glad I broke down and got this set. I wasn't going to do it. I'm glad I did. Okay, so we're going to put that there, and then we just need to make a sentiment. So we were going to do Merry Christmas. And I don't know, maybe in red? Green? Red or green? What do you guys think? Maybe green. Since I've got the green out here, we'll do spruce. Merry Christmas. Wish I knew where my snips went off to. And that will go on the front. And then I wanted to stamp on the inside of the card. Let me do that before I glue it all together. And we're using, these are both from the Reindeer Fun dies, or Reindeer Fun stamp set. And this does not look like it wants to pick up the, oh yeah, it is. It was not looking like it was picking up the ink properly. Okay. And then we just have to glue it together. So here's our front. So as I said, you don't have to use dies. You can use punches. If you go through your punches, if you've got some flowers or some little bows, like that bow punch is perfect for this technique as well. Or you could do anything. If you've got the truck, you could make little trucks going across. And it will look like you embossed it. And then Merry Christmas. Let's put that on some dimensionals. And then I've got one other one to show you that I did last night. Oh my goodness, getting stuck to my fingers tonight. There we go. What do you think? I love that. And you know, sometimes you just don't have the right embossing folder for, like there's no foliage embossing folder, I don't think, for Christmas, except for those trees this year. Or I guess you could use one of the wood, the birch, or one of the other wood timber embossing folders. But if you want to do like a foliage with holly, you can do it with a die. Okay, so this is the one I showed you for the sample. And then this is another one that I did with, oh, sure, now I'm not going to remember the name of it. These are the turtles. One second. Of course, I put it away. This is the sea turtle set so for the little turtles. And then all these dies came from Friendly Fins. It has a bunch of little dies. It's got a little lobster and a seashell and these little fish and some seaweed and some coral. So I just cut out a bunch of those and repeated that around the card front, and then created this blended piece for the middle with the turtles. So yeah, you should go through your stash, see what you've got for dies and punches, and see what you can come up with for a really creative card front. And every one you do is going to be different. Really different and unique. Okay, that's it for me tonight. That was quick, actually. I thought it would take me longer to do the painting and the die cutting, but it didn't. Okay, so one little note to tell you, there will be a sale coming up on October 1st. There will be a sale on kits, I believe. What was it, 30% off, 25% off? I can't remember now. I don't remember, but it'll be on my Facebook page, and I will send out an email as well. But that's coming up next Tuesday. Next Tuesday will be the beginning of that sale. And I think there's a new join offer as well. So yeah, if you guys have been wanting to purchase some kits for gifts or for yourself for Christmas, Tuesday will be the day to do that. Hi, Joanne. Thanks for joining. Hi, Lorraine. Thanks, everybody, so much for joining and supporting me. And cheers to the weekend. Everybody stay healthy, stay dry, and stay crafty, my friends.